This is the story of Jesus' death and his coming to life, the Easter story. Some people loved Jesus. They loved his stories and the way he helped people and the way he made God make sense. Some people hated Jesus. They worried that he was changing everything, upsetting everything in their religion and in their government. The people who hated Jesus had more power. So they got him arrested and they tried him and they sentenced him to die. In those days, prisoners were killed by nailing them to a cross, crucifixion, and that's what happened to Jesus. On the day that we call Good Friday, Jesus was nailed to a cross. It takes a while to die on a cross, but his mother and his friend John and some others stayed there with him until he died. They knew he was dead because some soldiers stabbed him in the side just to be sure. By then it was getting late, close to sunset, so they took Jesus' body and carried it to a grave, a cave tomb cut out of rock, and they put Jesus' body inside, and the men rolled a big stone over the door of the grave to close it. They went home, leaving Jesus' body in the tomb, and some Roman soldiers guarded it to make sure no one interfered with the body. That was day one. The next day was the Sabbath, the holy rest day. Nothing happened. They were just sad. That was day two. On day three, Mary Magdalene and some of the other women got up really early to go to the tomb. They wanted to go and wash Jesus' dead body and to take care of it because they loved him. But when they got there, the stone wasn't across the door of the tomb anymore. It had been pushed away and the grave was empty. At first, they thought someone had stolen the body. But then they met two angels who reminded them that Jesus had told them that even though he would be killed, he wouldn't stay dead. On day three, God would bring him back to life. Christians call this the resurrection. So the women ran and they told Jesus' other friends, the men called his disciples, like Peter and James and John and Thomas, who went and checked it out. And sure enough, Jesus was not there. It took them a while to be sure. Had Jesus really come back to life? But Jesus, the risen from the dead Jesus, met some of his followers to show them that he really was alive. Mary Magdalene met him first near the tomb on that very first day, and he spoke with her. He ate breakfast on the beach with the disciples. He had dinner with two others. Jesus even let them touch him, so they knew he was real, but different. After 40 days, Jesus left this earth and returned to God his Father beyond earth. But by then, his disciples were very sure Jesus was alive and that God could keep his promise to give us life. And they went around telling everyone all about it. And that is the story of Easter.